Gennady Golovkin next fight, 5 potential opponents after Canelo Alvarez rematch. Gennady Golovkin will bid to silence the doubters on Saturday when he takes on Saul Canelo Alvarez in their highly anticipated rematch. The pair met 12 months ago when they fought to a controversial draw over 12 rounds at the same T-Mobile Arena. They will do battle at this weekend. Golovkin, along with many ringside observers, thought he had done enough to edge the decision. Since then the pair have been embroiled in a war of words following the Mexican's failed drugs test earlier this year, which saw him banned for 6 months. But what about after the final bell? What lies in store for one of the best middleweights of all time? We take a look at 5 options for the Kazakh wrecking machine. A potential war on the Canelo vs GGG2 undercard. The Irishman has picked up where Billy Joe Saunders left off, delivering the Canadian a torrent of abuse on social media. Lemieux is one-dimensional and was schooled by Saunders last time out, but he won't find it nearly as hard to find the target on O'Sullivan. If both are prepared to trade, it could quickly develop into a who lands first kind of find. Neither Golovkin or Canelo will be keen to be matched hard after this one, and while both Lemieux and O'Sullivan pose a threat, their fan-friendly styles would mean a fight with the winner of the main event would be somewhat acceptable next. The vacant IBF World Middleweight title, stripped from GGG after he opted to fight Vanes Martirosyan instead of Derevyanchenko, is on the line with arguably Golovkin's toughest test to date in Jacobs and with a shot of becoming a 2-time world champion. The movement and hand speed of Jacobs caused Golovkin problems, not to mention the way he resorted to switch hitting to constantly force GGG to reset. But the Ukrainian should not be overlooked. If Saunders proves tricky to deal with in negotiations and Golovkin emerges victorious over Canelo, a chance to pick up his old belt may prove tempting, not to mention the clamor to beat Jacobs convincingly this time, given some maintain the Brooklyn fighter deserved to sneak a decision over the Kazakhstani. Cruelly denied a shot at Saunders on 2 occasions, one of the hardest working fighters out there, at 35, is still pursuing the crowning moment of his career, and could emerge as a respectable stay-busy opponent for either Canelo or Golovkin, again, though less likely. As number 2 in the WBC, and holder of the silver title, Murray is looking to make a defense of his secondary belt, then secure a mandatory shot at the winner of the main event. The fact that he lacks fight-changing power will undoubtedly make him an attractive option for either Oscar De La Hoya or Tom Loeffler, though perhaps the Street Helens man will have more chance of landing a fight with the loser once he opts to return to the ring. Big money on offer in that situation will test Murray's resolve and desire for a world title shot. Passing up a career-high payday may prove tough, even if defeat would likely bring the curtain down on a wonderful career. Another fascinating fight with the winner standing to gain a considerable amount in the middleweight reckoning. The Murray fight fell through due to Saunders' injury, and once Golovkin and Canelo ironed out their differences and agreed terms, the Brit was forced into satisfying his mandatory against the talented American. Andrade has outstanding amateur pedigree and the tools to be a nightmare for both Golovkin and Canelo should he fulfill his potential, though that has often seemed implausible due to his inactivity. 4 fights in as many years have held him back, but despite the wishes of his promoter, Eddie Hearn, Boo Boo leaped at the chance to have a shot at Saunders, in his backyard no less, with the Brit traveling once again to defend his title, this time in Boston. Some believe he will blossom into the most formidable middleweight on the planet. His stardom has risen, yet not soared since the devastating left uppercut dispatched Julian Williams in 2016. Next fight in November, we're told. I'm going to knock his, Golovkin's, out. We'll see, perhaps the winner of the rematch versus this Charlo will quickly become one of the most sought-after fights in the sport.